Afterwards, we talked to Judd through Skype. She says the study is so important to her because of what she experienced as a nurse before she started her singing career.
And I knew on some sort of intuitive, instinctive level that animals were good for my patients because I saw the way that they relaxed.
On the dogs. We're trained.
To find out a lot more about this, we sent our Amy Frazier to Randall's Children's Hospital today to meet with a very special 11-year-old boy and a black lab named Bear.
Dan, they've only known each other a short time at the hospital, and already they really have a special bond. 11-year-old Trevor tells me he doesn't really like talking with all the nurses during appointments and chemotherapy, but he does like talking to Bear the dog. It's a story you'll see only on 6.
There he is.
Hi, Bear.
Oh, boy.
11-year-old Trevor Bateman Aubry doesn't just have an appointment here with his doctor.
I love coming here when Bear's here.
He has some special therapy at Randall Children's Hospital with 6-year-old Bear, a specially trained pet partner Trevor finds himself relating to.
When I wasn't bald, I had black hair too, but oh, no.
This kind of uplifting interaction is exactly what researchers are tracking scientifically for the first time.
And he likes to be right next to Trevor.
Trevor is one of about 100 patients nationwide being studied over the next year to look at the effects of animal-assisted therapy in the treatment of kids with cancer.
I do think it helps their anxiety and their distress at being in the hospital.
Trevor is undergoing chemotherapy here after developing a tumor in his neck in February.
It's such a big shock, and you just have this overwhelming sense of terror, you know, when you first hear it. But I'm doing better now. Okay.
And she says Bear has played a role in that, giving her son a reason to smile, even on his toughest days.
So he picks up on the mood of people, and particularly of children.
As part of the study, Trevor spends about 15 minutes once a week with Bear. Their interactions are recorded as researchers also track Trevor's blood pressure and heart rate. They're also looking at the impact on Bear, measuring the amount of stress hormone, or perhaps the lack of it, in Bear's saliva. In the end, researchers expect the study to tell them what this 11-year-old already knows.
And he's about the coolest dog I know.
Now, researchers believe the study will specifically show that animal-assisted therapy helps calm patients, stabilizes their mood, and sets them on the course for recovery. And they hope clinical evidence of that will mean more access to this kind of therapy. By the way, I checked with Trevor's doctor today. His prognosis for beating this cancer is excellent. Dan, back to you.